Good day to you. I hope you are well and ready to start this exciting new year. We're continuing our talk about quantum computers and the race for quantum supremacy. Do you believe quantum computers are the future? I certainly do. Stay tuned. Well, let's get right to the topic at hand. This video is number 2 in a series of 4 that I am doing over the next few days. I hope that you will watch them all. This is such an important topic that involves many critical things relating to yours and your country's future. Who is in the race for quantum supremacy, and who is in the lead? The major players are the United States, China, and major companies such as IBM, Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, plus a few large startup tech companies. This past summer, the United States government announced $1 billion in new funding for the quantum computing research. According to James Vinson in TheVerge.com, the investment is part of a slow push from the White House to fund emerging technologies. Many policy advisors had worried that America is falling behind in quantum research compared to rivals like China, and warned that these technologies are instrumental not only for the economic development, but also for national security. So, who is in the lead? According to Wired.com, China has staked their claim at quantum supremacy. China? Yes, China. It is 2021 after all. In 2019, Google, an American company, won international acclaim when its prototype quantum computer completed a calculation in minutes that its researchers estimated would have taken a supercomputer 10,000 years. Google met the definition for quantum supremacy. So, what is the definition of quantum supremacy? That would be the moment a quantum machine does something impractical for a conventional computer. On December 3rd, 2020, China's leading quantum research group made its own declaration of quantum supremacy in the journal publication Science. According to Wired.com, the Chinese quantum computer produced results in minutes calculated to take more than 500 million years on the world's fastest non-quantum or classical computer. Google's system and the Chinese system works differently. Google builds quantum circuits using super cold, superconducting metal. Here's a look at Google's quantum computer, Sycamore, brought to us by Google.
The processor is a quantum computer.
It uses things called qubits, as well as being either 1 or a 0. A qubit can also be both at the same time, therefore bringing about a quantum leap in terms of power.
Harnessing principles of reality that are, up until very recently, completely not observable by us is just fascinating in ways that I can't completely articulate.
The overwhelmingly obvious killer app for quantum computation is optimization.
Optimization problems are extremely difficult problems.
Actually, all Google server centers together will not be capable of coming up with the best solution to these optimization problems as they get larger. So now, what is an optimization problem? Here, I'll give you an example. You want to do a trip through South America and you want to visit a number of cities. And then you ask, what is the cheapest ticket I can get to visit, let's say, 20 cities? And you can, of course, different routes and different airlines. And sort of imagine I list all the different options I have for my different routes to travel to these cities.
We currently, as a civilization, we generate vast amounts of data. It could be climate data, genomic data, but it's very difficult to generate useful insights oftentimes from that data.
If you can solve optimization problems better, you have an important resource at your hand.
I think at least it teaches us that we shouldn't be naive about the world, that we shouldn't think about the world as a simple machine. It forces us to consider, more sophisticated notions of how the reality around us is actually shaped.
I can't ask it how long I'll live or the meaning of life. Really, we don't know what the best questions are to ask that computer. That's exactly what we're trying to understand now.
To me, the most important question is, are we alone? And I have a feeling that quantum computers, as they mature, are going to help us answer that question.
This is, of course, a more long-term research endeavor, and there are still tremendous obstacles and big questions. Some of those will be addressed in D-Wave, some will be addressed at NASA, and some at Google.
I wasn't sure I would be able to experiment with a quantum computational device in my lifetime, and now I'm confident that I will be able to.
How amazing it is that we, with our monkey heritage and monkey brains and monkey fingers, have somehow lucked into a brain that allows us to ask legitimate questions about the nature of physical reality. That's so cool.
It's that human risk to go forth into that unknown frontier. Whether it's space exploration or quantum exploration, we do it because we must. We do it because that's what it means to be human.
While Chinese recorded its result by manipulating photons, particles of light, here's a video brought to us by YouTube's CGTN, the Chinese Global Television Network.
The team performed a technique called Gaussian Boson sampling, or GBS, a classical simulation algorithm, with their quantum computer 9 in 200 seconds. The same calculation would take a supercomputer 600 million years to complete. Unlike traditional computers that can store files or browse the internet, 9 is a complex array of optical devices, which allows the team to record results by manipulating protons. Like bits in conventional computing, quantum bits known as qubits represent 0 and 1s of digital data. The computer is at a Quantum Innovation Institute of the Chinese Academy of Sciences in Hefei City, Anhui Province. The computer has 1,000 parts and occupies almost half the lab.
We hope that in 15 to 20 years we will be able to develop universal quantum computers that can be used to solve a vast number of problems such as cryptanalysis, weather forecasting, drug design, as well as explore some complex problems in physics, chemistry, and biology.
After more than 20 years of research, the team succeeded in building the GBS and used it to provide a highly efficient way of demonstrating quantum computational speedup in solving some well-defined tasks.
Is important because Jian Wei Pan and his colleagues demonstrate that quantum supremacy is also possible with quantum computers based on photons, on particles of light.
The breakthrough means China is becoming a trailblazer in the quantum computing field, laying a foundation for large-scale quantum simulators.
But to be absolutely clear, no quantum computer is yet ready to do useful work. At least that is the theory that is being spread by the two major countries involved, China and the United States. Wink, wink. Do you believe that? If you do, then as the digital asset investor says on his channel, I have some oceanfront property to sell you in Arizona. So, the race for quantum supremacy is still on, and there is another major competitor who may take the prize. That could be IBM, according to an article in the MIT Technology by Gildan Leachfield. IBM sees Google's quantum computer supremacy demonstration as a parlor trick. IBM's deeper objection, though, was that the Google experiment was less successful than claimed, but that it was a meaningless test in the first place. Unlike most of the quantum computing world, IBM does not think quantum supremacy is the technology's Wright brothers moment. In fact, it doesn't even believe there will be such a moment. Whether you agree with Google's position or IBM's, the next goal is to build a quantum computer that can do something useful and beat the Chinese to quantum supremacy in the process. The hope is that an American quantum computer could one day solve problems like modeling complex molecules to help discover new drugs and materials, or optimizing city traffic flows in real time to reduce congestion, or making longer-term weather predictions. Eventually, they might be capable of cracking the cryptographic codes used today to secure communications and financial transactions, plus ensuring secure voting with zero capability of voter fraud. Who do you think will achieve quantum supremacy first? IBM? Google? The Chinese? The United States? Microsoft? Amazon? I have my thoughts and my hopes. What are yours? We'll continue talking about quantum computers on my next 2 shows. Stay tuned for our 3rd show on quantum computers. I will discuss the various theories which are circulating. Have the Chinese already achieved quantum supremacy? Will Bitcoin become worthless? Will Ripple XRP become the first worldwide cryptocurrency stablecoin to move all the world's money? And why is Elon Musk sending so many satellites up into space? Is Elon Musk just an avatar for the NSA? Why does he have an unlimited source of money? You know by now that my mind just cannot stop. I wonder about so many things, and I plan to do the research to find the answers and share them with you. Please join me for my next video, and please tell your friends and family to also join in. And be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and the alarm button to be notified on future videos. Thank you so much for watching.